Hi, my name is Chad, and I bought a fixer-upper. Here it is. The back side of it, anyway. I'll give you a better shot in a bit. Had some people ask about the basement, and this house does have a basement, and and we're going to take a tour of that today. So, first part of the tour is the old deadbolt that was right there. Had no key and would not turn, and so I got a new one. Very exciting. Um, and I'm turn the camera around. This is clearly the back stairwell to the house, and this actually does connect to the main floor. However, it's been blocked off, and I intend to open this back up and restore the rear stairwell to the house. But you can see that it goes down into the basement here. We've got a little partial landing and then a little half flight, and then we're in this. I'm not sure when this was built, but I am fairly confident that we are now underneath the porch area of the house. This was not, I don't think, original basement. Perhaps they did an addition with the porch, or perhaps they put this on when they put the plumbing in. So if you are down here and you start looking around, you can see pretty much all of the electrical and plumbing comes at some point through this part of the house, this back part of the house, with the exception of the heat system, which was a steam boiler system. And I don't know if that was originally installed. I believe it was, because there's only one chimney on the house, and I believe it goes straight down to the boiler room, which is the first room here. And you'll notice I have all of the lights on. The reason for that is because without the lights on, it is absolutely terrifying down here. When I took the first tour, neither the realtor nor I could figure out how to turn on the lights down here. And so we had our phones out with our flashlights on, looking around, and we were pretty sure that someone was going to jump us, or we were going to find a body, or any number of things. Anyway, yeah. So here is the original steam boiler, and I want it out. I want to take it out, if at all possible. Perhaps when I'm repairing water damage above it, which I think there is some. Or when I am fixing the back stairwell. We'll see how that goes. In any case, the building currently does not have a source of hot water. There is this wonderful hot water tank that the owner used to have installed, but I don't have a mind yet for the plumbing connections and how to hook it up to know if I can do it, or if I can't do it. I'll have to get something different. It's going to make living here while I do this work very challenging. And over here, you'll see that there is a storage area. I believe it was originally laid out as an electrical closet and storage area. That fuse box is no longer in use. It's been replaced by this newer fuse box, which I'm very happy about. There are actually fuse boxes on each of the units for this building, which is quite nice. You'll also notice here that there's a much thicker base foundation. I don't know really what to call it. I'm sure there's a proper word for it. But this shelf is actually literally part of the foundation of the building, and then the foundation continues on this more narrow portion up to the original beams. And you probably can't see this too well, but this is the rest of that storage unit in the back of a closet, since this delightful basement location was rented for several decades as a rental unit. I'm told by the former owner that the last time he had someone down here was about 5 years ago, and I'm going to go home and say some prayers for that poor soul, because this place is ridiculous. This is the bathroom that they put in down here. You'll notice it's at the back of the house, and that it therefore is underneath the porch. They have a custom pan, I think, that drains. I really need to figure out where that drains to, and see if it's feasible to truly put a humane bathroom down here, or if it's just going to have to become storage, which is after I get it gutted, probably the first thing I'm gonna use it for. And yeah, so broken window, that's covered up with a nice trash bag. We've got, again, some of the original pipes, some of the modern pipes, some of them have been broken or cut, some of them were formerly connected and are now disconnected. I apologize for the quality of this recording. My phone camera is really not up to this task. There we go. A little bit better. But yeah, it's a mess. It is an absolute wreck. And it's all the ceiling has to come down so I can see what I'm dealing with. I think that's probably job number 2. Job number 1 is to replace the gutter at the, well, if you look at the house, on the left side of the house, as you look at it, a piece of gutter has fallen off, apparently a long time ago, and you'll see what it has done to the basement. We're on the opposite corner from that right now, and there's also gutter missing on this portion, but I don't think the damage is as bad. This was the kitchen in this unit, and it is a mess. It needs to all come out. I need to somehow get this stove out, and I'm going to take this paneling down. I'm going to be wearing some respiratory protection for that. I know there's mold down here. I know there's a significant amount of mold down here, and I don't want to breathe it in. So that is the kitchen. Oh, and I was going to point out that some of these walls are stone. So this wall is stone. The one opposite it is stone or poured concrete. I couldn't tell you the difference at this point, but this is also stone. So the load bearing of the house, the ability to bear the weight, is actually pretty significant. And I have an ambition of seeing if I can re-level the house and bring it back into square, back into true, if at all possible. And those walls are going to help me do that if it's feasible. I have been looking. Oh well, this is the living room, obviously, for this unit, and again, needs to be completely tore out. You can see the significant amount of water damage on this wooden, I don't know what to call it, casework, framing, cladding, facade that they've put over that wider base foundation. And then you can see how even the other superficial material they put up has become damaged and needs to come down. So all kinds of horrible things can live in here. It will trap water. It will cause further damage. The foundation is probably still pretty good, and I did have a structural engineer come out and check it out. However, I don't really want to take anything for granted, so I'll probably be calling him back out when I have the first floor ceiling, the basement ceiling, and some of the first floor walls opened up, so we can take a look at it and really decide what's possible. So here's where the most of that water damage has occurred. You can see that it has absolutely destroyed the wood that was on here. I believe this is paneling of some sort, and it's a nightmare. It's absolutely horrifying. Not ever let anyone live down here. In fact, I have toyed with the idea of just wearing respiratory protection to be down here at all. I figure I'm pretty good as long as I don't disturb anything and cause a lot of dust and spores to come back up in the air. So I try not to disturb too much. And yeah, we got to get her open. We got to see what's up there. I believe that these lines you see with the steam lines, or hot water, it wasn't properly steam. It was a hot water system that operates like a steam system that put the hot water up into the radiators that you saw upstairs. So I'm probably going to take those well. I've been looking for the water main point connection, so if I live here I can have water. I believe this is that water main. I turned it on the other day and heard the hose running, so it's some sort of water to the site, and I can't find a better valve. So we're going to give it a shot today and see if we can run the sinks. Here is the back shot of the house I promised you. You can see the porch as it juts out. It's kind of cantilevered over. The upper porch is cantilevered over the lower porch. There's a chimney up there. Chimney actually has a bit of mortar damage. Needs to be repointed, if not completely torn down. fact, it's starting to lean, and I'm a little concerned about that. But in order to get up there, I need a ladder. So, see, one of my next purchases, or one of my requests, from a friend who has offered to let me borrow it, but I need a ladder rack to do that. So that'll probably be a purchase tomorrow. We've got a number of very large trees in the backyard, which I'm a little concerned about damaging the house and dropping leaf litter and such on the roof. So in addition to that, I would love to someday have a vegetable garden back here, and you need sunlight for that. So I'm probably going to be taking this tree out. I'm not certain what species it is, but it's got to go. And then this tree, it's a black walnut, and it's overhanging my neighbors pretty badly. It's overhanging the shed pretty badly, and yeah, that's a little garage shed thing, which needs some work, but it will be. I think it'll be a good and useful thing. So hopefully, my blind camera work here was good. There's the tree in case you couldn't see it, and yeah. So you'll remember I turned on that valve in the basement to see if the water would turn on, and voila, we have water. Very exciting.